I know we've been focusing a lot on the boss meals lately, but don't you for a second get it twisted. The sole purpose of my other characters is to feed the monster. It's about that time, Roll Fam. It's time for the Demon Slayer Limit Testing Series pre-New Age edition, and of course we'll be running through these bosses again post-New Age to have a direct comparison of the before and after 6 job. But before we kick things off with episode 0 of this series, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Awesome. Ever since I was a wee little Mapler, I've always fantasized about being able to play MapleStory on a mobile device. At the time, it was the idea of fitting all of MapleStory on a Game Boy Advance cartridge, since being the third child meant next to no computer time for me. And while my circumstances have changed, I now fantasize about taking MapleStory on the go for a very different reason. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're TP farming when all of a sudden, last night's Chipotle shows up and they are not happy or patient. Well, with Awesome's premium game plan, not only do you eliminate your fear of losing your map, but you'll also get to maximize rates while taking care of business. With the magic of Awesome, you're able to access and control your PC from another PC and or mobile device. And with their premium game plan, you're able to fully customize your keyboard and layout, ensuring you access to the right skills at the right time. Simply go to their website linked below and download their software on both devices. Speaking of which, if you would like to try Awesome's premium game plan absolutely free of charge, then use the code CROWNED in the rewards section and you'll be mapling from the John in no time. Act quick though, as this offer is only available to the first 200 members of Royalty who sign up now. Awesome also offers a unique smart plug which allows you to turn your PC on and off completely remote. Sounds pretty awesome to me. So download Awesome today and never risk your rates again. What is good, my kings, queens, and everything in betweens? Yes sir, it is that time for the Demon Slayer Limit Testing Series. In this series, we're going to be soloing or attempting to solo bosses starting from normal Lucid all the way through to hard Black Mage, and we're gonna see how far I can actually take my Demon Slayer. What can I learn by the end of the series of after trying to throw myself at all these bosses, and we're gonna do 3 runs for each boss and see if we can come up with a dub against them within those 3 runs. And of course, with every run under the belt, we're gonna see and try and take away things that we can learn to make our next run that much better. And with that being said, guys, because this is episode 0, it means we're not gonna be doing anything crazy yet. Instead, what we're gonna be doing is looking at all of my gear, my stats, so that we can get an idea of what I'm working with for this series, as well as so you guys can go ahead and go down in that comment section right below that like button, leave your predictions based on my gear and my stat, my level, all of it. Leave your prediction. Which boss do you guys think I'm going to be able to solo successfully? Of course, meaning, what's the hardest boss you guys think I'm going to be able to solo successfully? And let's see who's right. So I'm really curious to see what you guys think of your boy. How much confidence you guys have in my ability to play the game, play this class. That's going to be really fun for me to read, so I'm looking forward to those comments. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get a quick rundown of my gear. Of course, for the totems, we just have the basic Afterlands totems. I really was trying to skimp out on this without doing Afterlands and just wait for the guild totems, but it's too much damage to continue passing up on, and I felt like I was crippling my character a little bit too much, so I decided to go ahead, show it some TLC, get these totems done and out of the way. And I'm really glad that I did, because honestly, Afterlands, it didn't take as long as I remember it taking. So kudos to myself for actually going through that, getting that done. It was about time. Next up, we have all of my gear is pretty much 17 stars. You guys are going to notice this. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about each thing. The potentials need work. The stars need work. My character needs work. I need a miracle. I need help. No, really what I need is SSF. That's what I'm hoarding all of my Meso for, is SSF, and I'm hoarding a ton of Meso, so expect to see a very, very huge star forcing session once SSF happens. It does suck hoarding all my Meso for SSF, because I have a lot of friends that are cubing on these 30% off and 5, 10, 15 events, and they're just absolutely passing me up while I'm continuously hoarding Meso. So I am playing the long game, but in the meantime, in the moment, it does suck because everybody's just passing me up like nobody's business. As you guys could also see, only my CRAs are at 21 stars. They're 21 for now. And yeah, during SSF, we're going to try and see how many things we can get to 22 stars. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. This earring right here, honestly, this earring, I just got it. I've done how many helixes? at this point. I've literally done so many. I have 1900 coins. I've crafted the ring. I've crafted the pendant. I've crafted solid and cracked Golix rings. I've been soloing Helix for so long with pretty good drop, and I just got this earring literally a few days within recording this video. So I'm super happy to finally say I'm 4-set Golix. And yeah, super huge. Not going to put too much potential on it because obviously we got to get the stars up first. But moving on, we also do have, obviously, as you guys saw, the 5-piece arcane. So that's another huge upgrade. We pretty much hit everything that I needed to hit since I made my little, you know, gear overview or character overview video. So I'm super stoked about that. Still don't have an RFS though, which is cool. You know, it'll come in due time. For now, the Pino shield is going to have to do. Pretty dope medal. Of course, you get this medal from defeating hard Varicella or just Varicella. I'm not sure if you get it from normal or not, but yeah, and this is the emblem we're going to be rocking out. Of course, our Arcane Force is going to be going up a little bit here in the near future, so that's pretty cool. Let me know if you guys have ever seen arcane symbols like this, where Vanishing Journey is literally by far the lowest level symbol somebody has, and our Sack Force is coming along very nicely. We also do have the 200 Selector Bag from the chapter 6-star chapter rewards, and that's going to be going to either my Odium symbol or wait till I'm 275 and use it on Shangri-La, depending on how fast I can get there, and if those symbols are even able to be used on it, because it doesn't specify that it can be. So with all that out of the way, that's pretty much my equips. Let's go ahead and see the stat window here. This is my stats pretty much with these buffs. I don't have Dark Metamorphosis on. We'll go ahead and throw it on for the hell of it so you guys can really see what I'm working with. And to top that, so we're just barely over 37k with Maple Warrior. My hyper stats and stuff aren't completely optimized and min-maxed yet. I'm waiting until after SSF, and then I'm going to go and do a super deep dive on Maple Meta Calculator. So for those of you guys who are familiar with that software, we're going to be using it once we finish Star Forcing during SSF and really fine-tune the character. I'll make that into either a live stream or a video for you guys to, you know, follow along and see that progress as well and how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to it. And with that, we also need to take a quick look at my familiars. So the familiars we're going to be running for most bosses is going to be 20% boss, 30% IED, as well as continually restores health. And then this, I was actually trying it in bosses, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to work. I still want to do a little bit more testing with it though, because if I can actually get that plus 3 seconds of invincibility when I'm hit, bosses are just going to be free, which is why I think it doesn't work. So if that one doesn't work, which I'm pretty sure it won't, but I like to test things just to be sure, we're going to just be using another IED familiar. Unless, you know, I could find a use for this 5% status resist. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be what we're rocking in terms of familiars. I'll go ahead and throw them on now so you guys can see what the stat is looking like. And this is, of course, without Night Troop or any event buff. So we're going to be running this with our own stat, our own gear, and nothing extra kind of inflating our stat and as well as our ego. So I did want to wait till Night Troop was gone to be able to do this series so I can do a proper comparison of before and after New Age and compare the difference that 6 job pretty much has on my character without the influence of any extra, you know, outside of factors. So that's all my gear, that's all my stat. We are going to be using the basic red pot, green pot, guild blessing, guild skills, so all of that stuff is fine and dandy. And yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and quickly show you guys the link skills that I'm going to be pretty much running as well. This is the setup that I've opted to go for. The only thing I might change is I might take out, I'm not sure yet, I might take out Solus, I guess, or Empirical Knowledge, since I only have it at level 2. I literally only have one Explorer Magician right now. I gotta make the others. I'm gonna take out Empirical Knowledge and put in the Resistance link, because I've never bossed on this character with the Resistance link, and there's so many times, honestly, I should literally do this right now before I forget. There's so many times where Spirit of Freedom would literally have saved my life. Like, I die on spawn in so many different bosses, especially Dark Knell and stuff like that, so having this on is gonna be... Oh my god, I didn't actually click the preset. Okay. Save, apply. What? Okay, whatever. Yeah, because I applied. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. it would have saved me so many times, and yeah, now I actually have it, so no complaints moving forward. And with that being said, the next thing that I guess I want to show you guys and quickly go over is obviously the Legion. We can't do it in here, so let's go ahead. Another thing I just realized is because I have Glide on, I'm actually going to be trying to boss with my Glide on, because I know that Glide allows you to get a lot more precise, and it's like an innate blink in a sense. So I really want to try and boss and learn to use Demon Slayers with their Glide, because I'm so used to using the flash jump. Is what I use in most boss fights. Obviously, I do put Glide on for certain bosses like Gloom, Vihilla, Darknell, or not Vihilla actually. I put it on for Gloom, Darknell, and very select others. So I want to try and actually learn to play my class with the Glide on, because right now I'm super scuffed with the Glide, and that's something I definitely need, and or feel like I need to work on anyway. But this is the Legion we're working with. I will be hitting 8k kinda by January-ish, I'm speculating, so it's not going to be affecting this series. This is pretty much exactly the Legion that we're going to have for the entire thing. I'll show you guys the stat bonuses here. Not that it necessarily matters, because all of this stuff is already factored into my character. But yeah, just for the sake of completion, that's that. The only thing now that I want to show you guys is we're going to do a full rotation BA, a current level BA, to see what my build per second is, and to get an idea of kind of what my damage actually is, at least on a stationary boss. And then you guys can go ahead and make your predictions where you guys think I'm gonna get to. There's not gonna be any commentary for the BA, because for my BAs I do like to focus up and really concentrate. So I'm going to try and get as good of a BA. I'm going to do a couple of them and see what we can come out with nothing but a green pot. So here's that footage now, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and look forward to this series. I'm going to be pumping these videos out because I do want to get all these bosses done before New Age, again for that comparison of the before and after. So stay tuned, lock it in right here at the channel if you're curious to see what your boy is capable of along with this Demon Slayer. So thank you all so much for listening, for watching, and stay tuned.